All right. Hello. So I am back at the Racquet Club. As you can see, right now it is just me in here. So I'm not wearing my mask. If anyone comes in, I'm going to pop it on. Be safe. And just know that if you do choose to join us, as we slowly begin to reopen, same thing will apply. Masks on, plenty of space. You might hear some noises coming to this side. It's because we have a vent situation that is the valves for the drainage were closed, so you can hear that sort of pitter patter. But next week, I'm told we're going to move to a different room, so that won't be an issue if you're here. All right. So today we're going to continue our back bending opening practice. We're going to work into some twisting, which is another element of back bending that's super important. Gives us all kinds of opening in the side body. And we'll do a little heart opening and a little back bend play today too. As always, listen to your body. Let that be your best teacher. And if anything says back off, trust it and back off. I hope that at some point, if you can hear these noises, it's a little like a drum shot. So maybe it'll make it a little accentuation to something that I might say, might resonate. We'll see. We just keep rolling along, right? So let's start our practice today lying on our backs, feet on the floor, knees pointing up. And we'll take the feet out wide, hands to the hips, and let the knees knock in toward each other. So we're right away feeling this inner thigh opening. We're not squeezing the knees together, we're just letting them knock in. And if you want, you can press down into the balls of the feet and smooth out the lower back. So you find a lot of length there too. Relax your shoulders onto the mat and let your eyes close softly. And at first, noticing the sensations, notice where you're working harder than you need to. And for us in this shape, that's really going to come in the form of everything in the lower half of the body clenching. So again, notice what the knees are doing. If they're squeezing together, if they're pressing into each other, take a moment to separate them and give them a little windshield wiper. And then gently let them release towards each other. Hands to the hip points, shoulders really releasing down, and we're not clenching or gripping with the hands or feet. We're even going to start to release this action in the balls of the feet. So the lower back, or the middle of the back rather, might come up a little bit. That's okay, as long as we're not actively arching into that back bend right away. We're here to focus on lengthening the lower back as well as engaging the inner thighs. And then letting the eyes close softly, finding space across the brow, space in the back of the jaw. We'll take a deep breath in through the nose. And a slow exhale from the mouth. Again, deep breath in through the nose. And a slow exhale from the mouth. One more time. Full deep breath in. And a big sigh to let it all go. Now just finding those slow, steady, smooth breaths in and out. The belly rising and falling. Using this moment to arrive on your mat and to really check in with how you're feeling today on all different levels, not just the physical, yoga joining the physical, the mental, the spiritual, mind, body, breath, and spirit. So check in. How's your energy? How are you emotionally? How are you mentally? Not only acknowledging these things, but also accepting them. Not trying to change anything, not judging yourself for how you're feeling, or if the mind can't stop working or racing, but just accepting how you are and meeting yourself there on your mat. Keep the knees as they are and start to reach the arms overhead. Don't hug the shoulders up towards the ears. Keep the shoulders pretty rooted and spread the fingers wide. Now, without shrugging the shoulders up to the ears, just imagine extending your fingertips as if the fingers could grow long and touch the wall across from you. From here, start to walk the knees towards each other. And we're going to slowly give them a little windshield wiper just to bring some movement into the hips. And then we're going to slowly open the knees and keep the feet connected into a reclined bound angle. And with your next exhale, bend the elbows, come through cactus arms or goalpost arms if you're affected by the playoffs. And then we're going to start to swim the forearms down, connect the hands to the outer thighs, and bring them back together as we hug the knees into the chest. A little rocking side to side or in a circle on the low back. And then stay here, release the left leg long, hug the right knee in. Keep the left foot really active, pressing the heel away, left hand to right knee, and we'll find our very first twist of our practice. Right knee going over to the left, right arm reaching from the shoulder. Deep breath in here. Deep breath out, look to the right. Inhale here. Big exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, bring your face back to center. Knee back into the chest. And we'll switch sides. Right leg long, left knee hugs in, scoop it up. And give it a little shake, a little rock. And here we go. Left knee coming across to the right. Left arm reaching out from the shoulder. Inhale here. Exhale, look to the left. Couple more breaths here. Notice what the right foot is doing. Keep it active. One more inhale. Exhale, eyes to the sky. Left knee hugs in. Let's bring the right knee up to join it. And we'll start to rock vertically on the spine. Coming all the way up to sit. Find whatever seat is comfortable for you, cross-legged or otherwise. Bring your hands to your thighs. Give yourself a little massage here. Just warming up into the quads. And find your stillness. Hands resting somewhere along the thighs or the knees. Bottom ribs hug in just a bit so that we sit up a little taller without clenching the glutes. We want to feel those sits bones on the floor. Or if you're using a blanket or block to prop up on, feeling those two little sits bones like push pins right down into the support system that you're sitting on. Hands resting, we'll lift the heart, bow the chin in just a bit so that you feel a little length on the back of your neck. And then again, relax the eyes, the jaw, the shoulders, the glutes. We'll inhale, reach both arms up halfway. Exhale, bend the elbows, hands behind the head. Elbows press back, lift the heart, lift the face. Inhale. Exhale, elbows to ears, curl it in. Release the hands down, we'll circle back up. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, elbows bend, hands behind the head. Lift the heart, draw the elbows back, deep breath in. Exhale, curl it in, elbows to ears, release the hands one more time. Inhale, lifting up halfway. Exhale, hands behind the head. Inhale, elbows wide, heart lifts, face lifts. Exhale, curl it in, chin to chest, round it in, release the hands, and come back up. This time, both hands resting on the mat beside you. Right fingertips root down. We'll lift the left arm up and over. As you come over, maybe the left hand, the palm of the hand comes down, or maybe you stay up on fingertips, listening to your body. If you have especially any injuries in the shoulders or the elbows, really listening to that, letting that be your biggest teacher. And then we'll come up and over to the other side, left hand down. Inhale, right fingers up and over. Keeping the hips rooted, reaching through the fingertips. We'll bring it back, both hands to the mat. Inhale, both arms out and up, palms press overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center, hold here. Keep the elbows nice and wide, elbows in line with wrists, lifting the heart to the thumbs, swaying the fingers out nice and wide. We'll begin our practice with the vibration of Om one time, connecting us to anyone else who might be practicing, helping our mind focus in on this moment, or just breathing quietly. Inhale fully to receive the breath. Exhale completely to empty out. And we'll inhale for Om. And blink the eyes open, shake out the hands. We'll make our way to tabletop, hands and knees. Come on up. As always, if you'd love to pat up under the knees, go for it. Be kind. Hello, hi. You can go ahead and get set up. We started at 5:45. But you can go ahead and set your mat up and just keep going. Yeah, we're keeping the online time for now until they switch otherwise. But we just got started. I waited until 6, so I pretty much just got started. I know. We'll get used to it. We'll get the swing of things. Did it? Oh, see, they told me 5:45 still. Also, just know that we're going to be in the other room next week, so this noise that's happening probably won't be an issue. So you didn't miss much. We're just now getting into cat cow. So just a little bit of twisting and, you know, warm up stretching, but we'll get into all of that again too. So let's come to hands and knees. Toes are untucked, and take a moment, especially since you just got here, to find a little bit of movement in the elbows. We'll shift the hips side to side, let the chin drop towards the chest. Maybe finding a few little hip circles. And then getting into our spinal flexion, pressing into the hands, into the tops of the feet. We'll sink the belly down, open the heart. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, press the floor away, chin to chest, round it into cat pose. Sink the belly down, inhale, cow. Round the spine, exhale, cat. Keep this movement going with your own breath. And really let this movement ripple through your spine. Seeing if we can slow it down enough to feel each vertebra following the other. Add in any other movements the body might be asking for, maybe rocking back and forth. Or finding a little circle with the hips. Whatever it seems like beneficial. Or using this little spinal flexion moment to get into the body to see where it's sticking, where it is moving easier, and just working it out, listening to what's going on. We'll come back to tabletop. Bring your big toes together, take your knees out nice and wide, and we'll go right into a child pose. Walk the hands out far in front of you and let your forehead relax down. Take this moment to arrive, to find your restful shape. So if you want to change anything here, you can cross the forearms or stack the forearms to rest the head. You can bring the knees a little closer, a little wider out, but really make this your home base. Knowing that you can come back to this shape at any time, for any reason, for no reason at all. Child's pose always here for you. Start to feel the breath rising and falling from the back body. And take this moment to get centered in with your breath. If Ujjayi breath is part of your practice, that little soft ocean-like sound at the back of the throat, go ahead and find that here. Or if you've lost it along the way, find it again. One more deep breath in. Big sigh, let it go. Root into the fingertips, reach the arms forward if they're not already, and we'll peel it back to tabletop. Knees under the hips, wrists under the shoulders, and then we're going to take the right hand directly in front underneath the face and one hand front forward. Root into the left hand, reach the left fingertips up to the sky, big twist, and then we'll thread left arm under the right, threading the needle. Then into the right elbow, and then if you want to walk that right hand a little further forward or out to the side to make the shoulders stacking easier, go ahead and do that. And we'll shift our hips actively to the left so that we don't dump everything into the right side. Anchor down into the right hand, unwind, left arm reaches back out. And then left hand comes underneath the face. One hand print forward, and we'll go right to the other side. Right arm reaches up. Exhale, thread it under the left. Right shoulder, right ear comes to find the mat. Left hand can walk forward. Keep the elbow bent so that we have something to steer the shoulders with. Shift the hips gently to the right, just so we find that alignment. We'll anchor down into the left hand. Maybe we walk it back in. We'll unwind, right arm comes out to the right, big counter twist. And then let both hands find the floor just in front of your shoulders. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, and we'll find down dog. Pedal out your feet. Claw through the fingertips so that we really feel that support in the hands. Eyes to your feet or your knees, or maybe even up to your belly button. Keep pedaling out the knees, and we'll travel to the top of the mat. So just little baby steps as the knees alternate until we find our forward fold all the way at the top of the mat. Take your feet 2 fists of distance apart, and then shift your way towards the toes. You can take opposite elbows here, or connect your hands to the backs of the calves, or to the calves.
Maybe a little movement here, side to side, maybe not. Easing into it. And anchor down into the feet, release whatever you're holding on to. Deep bend in both knees as we scoop the tailbone forward and slowly roll it on up. So coming into Tadasana, feet can, actually let's step our feet just a little bit wider. So if you're facing forward, it'll be as wide as the mat. Relax your hands by your sides, and we're gonna find, today we're focusing on twisting, so we're just gonna find some standing twists. Halfway up with the arms. Actually, let's go all the way up with the arms, and then we'll open them halfway as we twist to the right, exhale. Inhale, reach the arms up by the ears. Exhale, open them to the left. Something like a 90-degree angle with the arms here. Inhale up. Exhale, twist right. Keep the hips pointing as forward as possible. You might feel some shifting in the knees. Inhale up. Exhale into the left. One more each way. Inhale up. Exhale, opening right. Inhale up. Exhale, opening left. Inhale up. Bring the hands to chest and release them to heart center. We'll step the feet all the way together. Chin to chest. We'll fold it down slowly. Keep the hands pressing at heart center. As you find your forward fold, release the arms down, down, down. Plant the palms, and we'll step just the left foot back. Left foot steps back. Let's bring that knee to the mat. Left knee down. Right ankle under the right knee, so you can walk your right foot just a hair forward. Yep, good. Left hand anchors, or you can come up on the fingertips. We'll bring the right hand to the right knee first. Shift the ribs to the right, and then reach the arm up. Find a twist. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale. Exhale. One more big breath in here. Exhale, frame the front foot with both hands. Tuck the back toes, lift that knee up, and we'll step it all the way to downward facing dog. Lifting the heels first, we'll roll forward to a high plank. Bring the knees to the mat, keep the toes tucked. Chest comes forward and down, elbows hug to the ribs. Reach the toes back, slide to the belly, shoulders roll up, baby cobra. Chin to chest, we'll travel through hands and knees, tuck the toes, back to down dog. Deep breath in and out. Take that slow walk to the top of the mat again. Working through the hamstrings, folding as you arrive. Lift up halfway with your inhale, hands come to shins. Exhale, fold it forward, plant the palms, step just the right foot back. Relax that knee down to the mat. Good. Untuck the back toes, and then anchoring through the right fingertips, we'll bring the left hand first to the left thigh. So rotate those ribs, and then lift up through the left hand. If fingertips are feeling a little sensitive and you'd rather ground through the palm of the hand, go for it. Just really feel that lift up through the left fingers, eyes to your top thumb. One more inhale here. Exhale, frame the front foot. Right toes tuck, knee lifts up, we'll step it back, downward facing dog. Roll through to plank, inhale. Knees, chest, chin to the mat, Ashta Pranam. Toes reach back as the chest slides forward and up, baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll hold here, shake the head, yeah. Shake the head, no. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Slow exhale from the mouth. Let's take a slow walk to the top of the mat one more time, really working through the foot, through the feet, 1 foot at a time, and fold in half. Deep bend in the knees. This time we'll reverse swan dive the arms, reach them out and up. Big breath in. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms out and up. I know that soundtrack is crazy, right? Exhale, fold it forward. Halfway lift, big breath in, flat back. Exhale, plant the palms, step to high plank, and your choice, lower down with or without the knees, all the way to the belly or to chaturanga. Inhale, scooping it forward. Exhale, carrying it back, down dog. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. Inhale, lift up onto the balls of the feet. Exhale, bend the knees, eyes forward. This time you can walk, step, or a little hop to the top of your mat. Halfway lift as you arrive. Fold forward to let it go. Press into the feet, reverse swan dive, arms out and up. Big breath in. Exhale, fold it in half. One more vinyasa today. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold, plant the palms, step back, lower down your way. Inhaling to scoop it up. Exhaling to carry you over the toes. Good. Shake your head yes and no, flubber your lips. Lift onto the balls of both feet. Bend the knees, eyes forward. Walk, step, or hop your way to the top. Halfway lift as you arrive. Fold to let it go. Root down to the feet. Reach the arms out and up. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to work into some standing twists and then end it with some nice, easy on the floor stuff. So, with that in mind, send your weight back to your heel. We're going to work a little bit here. Bend the knees, sink the hips, chair pose. This time, heart lifting to the thumbs as opposed to the arms reaching out, which is what we're used to. We're going to keep the hands here. We're going to pull the lower ribs up towards the back and then bring the left elbow to the right thigh. Find a little twist here, hands pressing in prayer. Rotate your heart to your thumbs, dig the heels in. Let unwind, hands to heart center. Exhale, twist the other way, right elbow to left thigh. Rooting through the heels so we can reach the heart to the left. Breathing slow and steady. One more inhale. One more exhale, twist it out. Inhale back to center. We'll exhale, fold, straighten the knees. Roll it up nice and slow. And take a moment in your Tadasana. Stand strong. Relax your shoulders. Close your eyes. And then we'll turn to face the long edge of our mat. Now take a nice wide stance and let your toes knock in towards each other a bit. Hands to heart center. Lift your heart, hands to hips. Brain working faster than my mouth. Lift your heart, hands on your hips, lower ribs hug in and up, and we'll fold it forward here, nice and slow, slow, slow. Releasing the hands down to the mat. Left hand underneath the face, maybe one hand print forward just to find some room. Right hand is going to slide all the way up the left arm. You feel those shoulders rotate, rotate, rotate across the heart and up to the sky. Eyes follow. So just like in our hands and knees version of this, our thread the needle, you're going to feel that right hip take all the weight. So work into your left glute to lift up, finding some evenness across the hips. Big breath in. Exhale, release the right hand to replace the left. Left hand is going to take that same journey, inhaling up the right arm. Shoulders are rotating, rotating, rotating. Left hand across the heart to lift up. Eyes follow. As usual, the left hip is going to go way out, so lift up through the right glute. And breathe here. One more inhale. Exhale, release it down. Walk the hands forward to like a wide-legged down dog. That's going to come off the mat. That's okay. Doesn't have to be a long down dog. This is wherever the hands can ground. And then we're going to do another little twist series here, our last one standing. We're going to bring the right hand in our eye line. Left hand is going to first start up at the right hip. So underneath the right arm to the hip, peek under the right armpit. And if it feels okay, that left hand can start to travel down the leg to wherever the body says stop. Noticing again what's happening in the hips. Maybe they're starting to shift to the right, so urge them to the left. Good, we'll unwind and just bring the left hand to replace the right. Right hand starts at the left thigh, picking up under that armpit, relaxing the neck. And then maybe that right hand starts to slide down the left leg. Listening to your body anytime it's like, that's where we're stopping. Trust it. Breathing here. One more inhale. And exhale. Good, we'll bring the right hand back and then slowly walk both hands in towards the body. Then anchor through the feet. Hands return to the hips. Lift up halfway with your inhale. Reach the head forward with your exhale. Inhale all the way up to stand. Relax your hands. Heel toe the feet in just about 2 steps. And then we'll find a little loose twisting in the upper body. Yeah, so just giving yourself this moment to take more twisting, but taking it in a relieving way. We're not holding anything, we're just letting it flow. And then finding your stillness again. And stepping your feet all the way together at the top of the mat. Anchor through the feet, reach the arms out and up. Big breath in. Slow motion, fold it forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant the palms. You can move through one final vinyasa if it's calling to you. We will meet in a child's pose. You can send those hips back to the heels and take a moment here. And let's make our way onto our bellies. So just coming on forward. Cross the forearms or stack the forearms, and we'll rest the forehead and windshield wiper the knees. Getting a little neutralization in the spine with this, which is definitely what we want after twisting and back bending. So now we're going to do a little of both. Let's bring the feet down, feeling the toenails on the floor or on the mat. And we'll come up onto the elbows for Sphinx pose. We're not going to stay here very long. We're going to find a little variation with this. So bear with me. Right hand. I've been doing this thing where I'll look at one hand and then
say the opposite. So right hand coming over to the left wrist, just for support. We'll bend the left knee and then root into the right forearm to reach back with the left hand. So reaching the left hand back for the left foot. Yeah, exactly. And you can pull that heel in. You could, if it feels more beneficial to your body today, kicking the foot into the hand is a little bit of a hip opener and a quad stretch. And then pulling the heel in is going to be quad and hip in a different position. So you can try out both, feel which one is calling to you and stick with that one. And release gently, no slingshotting. We need to just ease it on down, and we'll go right in to the other side. So right elbow down, right hand goes diagonal so that we free this up while supporting our body. Right knee bends, right hand reaches back and around. And for those of you practicing at home, if you can't quite reach, using a towel, a t-shirt, a pillowcase, anything that you might have handy as a strap, a belt works. If you can't quite find your foot, any of those props will work very well to make that connection. And again, you can choose whether pushing the foot in, which is really intense in the top of the quad, or pulling the heel in, which is more for the inner thigh and quad. Let's release it on down. We'll stack the forearms at the top of the mat, rest the forehead. And again, windshield wiper the knees. That was a big one. Let's come on to our backs. So you can just roll through one side or come on up to get over there. Feet to the floor, knees pointing up. Take a moment here to bring your hands to your hip points just to urge the low back onto the mat. You might even want to press into the feet and roll the lower back out, imagining rolling dough or kneading dough, rolling our low backs onto the floor. So we find that connection with our back and the mat. Bring your hands down by the sides, and that might make the shoulders want to peel up. So what I suggest in that case is to actively tuck them under. So it feels a little like you're squeezing the shoulder blades together, but just enough to tuck the shoulders under and puff up the heart. Anchor into the feet, spread your toes wide. We'll inhale, lift the hips up, bridge, Setu Bandhasana. Imagine squeezing something together with your knees, but not your glutes. So working up those inner thighs, anchoring into the floor. Inhale, hips up just a little higher. Exhale, roll it down, top to bottom of the spine. A little bit of a windshield wiper in the knees. We're going to come right into another bridge pose. So just take one moment to reset, and then inhale, come back up. Maybe this time the hands interlace underneath the glutes, and we tuck those shoulders in even more, feeling the hips lift, lift, lift. The heart travels toward the chin travels towards the sky. 3 deep breaths here. One more inhale. Exhale, release the hands, bring it on down, top to bottom of the spine. Knees move side to side, little windshield wiper. And then the left leg goes long, the right knee hugs in. This is our twist from the beginning of practice. If you want to circle out that right knee before we go into it, make a little space. And then we'll guide the right knee over to the left for a twist. Right arm reaches from the shoulders. You can stay just as you are, or bend the straight leg, the left leg, and reach for it with the right hand.
A little cat tasting its tail option if that works for you. If that feels really crampy in the back of the thigh, back off of it. If you've taken the left foot, release it, stretch it out long, and we'll hug the right knee back into the chest. And switch sides. Right leg goes long, left knee hugs in. Take a moment, rock it side to side or in a little circle. And then we'll guide the left knee over to the right, left arm reaches out from the side. Same option here, stay right where you are, or to go deeper and to get more into the quad of the long leg, we can bend the right knee and reach for the right foot. Don't stress about it if you're not going for it today. That's totally fine. This one can get a little intense in the backs of the thighs. And we'll release the right foot if we have it. Hug the left knee in. Hug the right knee in. Rocking side to side or in a little circle on the back. And then we'll rock it all the way up, rolling vertically along the spine. And coming to sit with the legs long. As you come to sit, take your hands, move your glutes out of the way. We want our hips to be as forward as possible. And we're gonna take just a really gentle forward fold here. So let's round the shoulders, bring the chest down. Hands can relax. So maybe somewhere along the legs, maybe somewhere outside of the legs. Let the feet relax. As we start to use our exhales to release a little further forward. Really feel the skin on the lower back stretch with your inhale. And maybe we fold a little deeper with that exhale. Just one more twist here. With your left hand, find either the right foot or ankle or shin. And then the same thing, the right hand is going to slide up the right leg, all the way up to the hip, to the side, and then we're going to reach it up to the sky. You can find a little bend in that right knee to make this more accessible without locking the knee or stretching into the hamstring. And one more inhale here. Exhale, slowly release it down. Same thing, other side. We'll take a moment to round the shoulders, tuck the chin. And then make that contact, right hand to left leg, ankle, foot, not necessarily the knee. We don't want to put too much pressure on it. So above or below the knee. And then we'll slide the left hand up the left leg. As we do this, we feel that left elbow pulling back, rotating the shoulders. Left hand travels up the hip and up to the sky. So taking those slow motion twist entrances so we really allow the body to roll into it as opposed to going into it really quickly without much prep. One more inhale here. Exhale, let it go, release it down, forward fold. And now we'll keep the contact, both hands on their corresponding legs. And like you're painting with your fingertips all the way up your legs, we're gonna start with the lower back and slowly roll it up. Let those fingertips drag on up. And as you come up, take a moment to swim the hands behind. And take a little lift in the heart, eyes to the sky. And from here, come back through neutral. Take any final shapes or movements that you would like before Shavasana, or coming right into it. It'd be very interesting with, if we imagine this, it is actually rain dripping onto something. So imagine it like a storm, right? Let it be like a little relaxing soundtrack to your Shavasana. As you arrive in your Shavasana, squeeze your hands into tight fists, squeeze your toes, squeeze your eyes, deep breath in, big sigh, let it go. Begin to deepen your breath and invite small movements back into your body, wiggling fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. Reach your arms overhead, full body stretch, reawakening into this space, this moment, this day. And curl into a little ball on whichever side is your favorite right now. Keeping your eyes heavy or closed and taking your time to get there. Build your way back into whatever seat is comfortable for you. As you arrive, let your eyes softly close. Find space across the brow, space in the back of the jaw. Relax your shoulders, your glutes, and take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Deep breath in and sigh it out. We'll seal our practice by once again joining sound, energy, and breath in the vibration of Om one time. Gather your hands at heart center, lift your heart to your thumbs, bow your head to your heart, and we'll inhale for Om. Bring the base of your thumbs to rest between your eyes and lift your gaze to invite wisdom in. Fold into yourself with gratitude for your practice. Namaste.